I am back with another PNP program, Ontario Immigration Nominee Program OINP. Through Ontario Immigration Nominee Program, foreign workers, international students, business owners, or entrepreneurs from outside of Canada can apply for permanent residency in Ontario. Ontario is a province in East Central Canada that borders the US and the Great Lakes. In today's video, I will cover about overview of the program, different categories in the program, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the application process, what is the fees, and how to apply. If you are interested, stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to Canadian Charisma. Hope you all doing great and staying safe. If you are new here, I provide information and free advice about Canadian immigration and help people to apply for Canada PR, which can save them a lot of money. Without a further delay, let's start today's video. The Ontario Immigration Nominee Program is the provincial economic immigration program. The OINP recognizes and nominates people for permanent residency who have the right skills, experience, and education for the Ontario economy needs. OINP has three main categories. First one is employer's job offer category, second one is human capital category, and third one is business category. Employer job offer category is for workers who already have a permanent job offer from an Ontario employers. Business category is for entrepreneurs looking to start a new or buy an existing business in Ontario. Human capital category is for workers who have valuable work experience, education, language skills, and a profile in Canada's express entry system, or for a graduate student. One of the three streams requires job offer from Ontario and other one is for entrepreneurs, so most of my viewers fall into human capital category. So let's continue with human capital category. Human capital category has two subcategories. First one is international graduates and second one is Ontario express entry. For time being, OINP is not accepting any application for international graduates. Ontario express entry has three streams. First one is French speaking skilled worker stream, second one is human capital priority stream, and third one is skilled trade stream. French speaking skilled worker stream is for French speaking skilled workers with the required work experience, education, and language proficiency in French and English. Human capital priority stream is for skilled workers with the required work experience, education, and language proficiency in French or English. And skilled trade stream is for workers with work experience in Ontario in an eligible trade occupation. Candidates should be working in Ontario in particular trade to be eligible for skilled trade stream. If anyone needs detailed information about this, please leave me a comment below. I will make a separate video about skilled trade stream. So in today's video, I am not covering skilled trade stream. So let's continue with French speaking skilled worker stream and human capital priority stream. Let's understand the application process for both the streams. First of all, you need to meet all the mandatory requirements. If you meet the mandatory requirements to apply for this stream, you must have a valid profile in IRCC's express entry system. But before you can create your profile, you must get an educational credential assessment, means ECA, if you completed your education outside of Canada. You must take a language test and you require minimum CLV 7, means 6 each in IELTS. You must determine the National Occupational Classification Code, means NOC, according to your occupation for your past work experience. Once you have ready, you can create your express entry profile and you will be accepted into express entry pool of candidates. If you get selected, you will get a notification of interest. Then you will have 45 days to submit the OINP application online with all the supporting documents. When your application gets approved, then you will receive a nominee certificate and you can submit a Canada PR application to IRCC's federal system. To qualify for those streams, you must meet the minimum requirements of one of the federal immigration program, federal skilled worker program, or Canadian experience class program, along with some other requirements for those two streams. When you submit your application to the OINP, you will need to select which federal program you would like to be assessed against. Federal Skilled Worker Program or Canadian Experience Class Program. Basically, the candidates from overseas can be assessed against Federal Skilled Worker Program, and the candidate who have work permit in Canada or study permit and have Canadian experience can assessed against Canadian Experience Class. If you are getting assessed against Federal Skilled Worker Program, you must have at least 1 year of continuous paid full-time work experience. Continuous means no break in employment over a 1 year period, or the equivalent in paid part-time work in skill type 0 or skill level A or B of the National Occupational Classification. You must show that while working in your primary occupation, you perform the duties set out in the lead statement of the occupational description in the NOC. This includes all the essential duties and the most of the main duties listed. So first of all, as I told you before, you need to determine your NOC code. If you need any help to determine your NOC code, watch my this video which will help you to find the right NOC code for you. Your work experience must have been obtained within the last 5 years from the date of submitting your application to OINP, which should be in same type of job, means having same NOC as the job you want to use for your immigration application called your primary occupation. Your work experience may be from Canada or overseas. If you are getting assessed against Canadian Experience Class, you must have at least cumulative paid full-time work experience or the equivalent in paid part-time work in Canada in skill type 0 or skill level A or B of the NOC. Again, you must show that you perform the duties set out in the lead statement of occupational description in the NOC. This includes all the essential duties and the most of the main duties listed. Your work experience must have been obtained within the last 3 years from the date of submitting your application to the OINP in one or more of the occupations NOC 0, A or B that you identified in your express entry profile. Your work experience must be in Canada while maintaining the legal status in Canada. Let's see how to calculate hours for work experience. If you have worked full-time at one job, it will count as 30 hours per week for 12 months is equal to 1 year full-time work experience, means 1560 hours. Equal amount in part-time work. So for part-time, they count only 15 hours per week. For example, 15 hours per week for 24 months is equal to 1 year full-time work experience, means 1560 hours. You can work as many as part-time jobs as you need to meet these requirements. If you have worked full-time work at more than one job, means 30 hours per week for 12 months at more than one job, but it will be count like 1 year full-time work, means it will be 1560 hours towards your work experience. The second requirement is education. For both the streams and both the program, Federal Skilled Worker Program and Canadian Experience Class Program, you must have a Canadian bachelor's, master's or PhD degree or its equivalent in another country. If you completed your studies outside of Canada, you need to get an educational credential assessment report that proves your education is equivalent to a Canadian degree. If you need any help regarding ECA, you can watch my this video which will help you with the whole process of ECA. The assessment must be done by one of the following organizations designated by IRCC. The first one is CES, ICAS, ICES, IQAS, Medical Council of Canada if you have professional body for doctors, Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, the professional body for pharmacists, and WES. The third requirement is language. For French-speaking skilled worker stream and for both the programs, you must be able to understand, read, write and speak French at a CLB level 7 or higher. You must also be able to understand, read, write or speak English at CLB level 6 or higher. To prove that you have the mandatory language skill, you must take an approved French and English language test before you submit your application to this stream. Language requirement. For human capital priority stream for both the programs, you must be able to understand, read, write and speak either English or French at a CLB level 7 or higher. To prove that you have the mandatory language skills, you must take an approved French or English language test before you submit your application to this stream. For both the streams, for both the programs, the test must not have been taken more than 2 years from the time you submit your application. For French test, IRCC accepts TEF or TCF Canada, and for English test, IRCC accepts IELTS or CERPIP. The fourth requirement is settlement funds. For both the streams and for both the programs, you must have enough money to support yourself and your dependent family members when you settle in Canada. Note that a family member includes your spouse, common law partner, and children under age of 22, if they are married, including their children too. The table below shows the minimum amount you need to immigrate to Canada. If you have more money, you should list the full amount in your profile or application. So here is the chart. You can see if you are alone, you need $12,960. If you are a family of 2, means you and your spouse, you need $16,135. And if you are 3, 4, accordingly, you can just check here how much money you need according to your family size. You can meet this requirement through one or combination of any of the following. First one is funds as demonstrated by the balance listed in bank statements or statements of account showing other investments such as non-locked in fixed term deposits, manual fund, etc. By annual earnings from ongoing employment in Ontario, a job offer in Ontario. So for example, if your funds requirement is 30,000 according to your family size and your earning in Ontario is 25,000 in a year, or your job offer shows that you will earn 25,000 in a year in Ontario, then you need $5,000 more balance in your bank account to make it 30,000. The fifth requirement is your intention to live and work in Ontario. You must intend to live in Ontario after you are granted permanent residence. IRCC determines this by examining your ties to Ontario, which can include things like working or have worked in Ontario, getting job offers or applying, interviewing for jobs, studying, volunteering, leasing or owning property, visiting, having professional network, family ties, and personal relationship. In short, you should search and apply for jobs in Ontario to show your interest in Ontario. You should write a letter and explain why you want to live there. You should show your ties there if you have any, like friends or family member. The sixth requirement is legal status in Canada, if applicable. If you are applying from within Canada, you must have legal status, a visitor record, study permit or work permit at the time you apply, and should maintain that status until the time you nomination. The seventh requirement is you must score 67 out of 100 points based on 6 selection factors if you are getting assessed against the Federal Skilled Worker Program. If you choose to be assessed against the Federal Skilled Worker Program, you must score at least 67 points on the 6 selection factors, which are education, language, skills, work experience, age, arranged employment in Canada, and adaptability. To score these 67 points, you will get points based on these 6 factors. First one is language. For language test, you need minimum CLV 7, means 6 each in IELTS. Second one is education. For education, you need minimum bachelor degree to be eligible for this program. Work experience, you need minimum 1 year of work experience in same NOC. Age, you can score maximum 12 points in age if you are in between 8 to 35. Next one is whether you have a valid job offer. If you have valid job offer, you can get extra points for that. And adaptability, if you have any blood relation or any connection to Canada, you can get extra point for this too. If you want to calculate your point and you want to see how you can calculate your points, you can go watch my this video and it will help you to calculate your 67 points. So now you met all the mandatory requirements, got an ECA, took a language test and scored CLV 7, determined the National Occupation Classification Code, and you created your Express Entry profile. Make sure when you are creating your Express Entry profile, you must indicate your interest in immigration to Ontario or all provinces. If you need help to create an Express Entry profile by yourself, you can go watch my this video. It is a step-by-step guide to how to create Express Entry profile for Canada PR. When you will create your Express Entry profile, you will receive an Express Entry profile number and a job seeker validation code. You will need these numbers at the time you will submit your application to OINP. You will also be assigned a comprehensive ranking system score, means CRS score. Based on this CRS score, Ontario selects the candidates from Express Entry pool. Recently on June 23rd, the OINP selected candidates with a CRS score 464 to 467. To check your CRS score, you can calculate your CRS score with the help of this video. According to the CRS score, the top candidates will receive a notification of interest. Once you receive a notification interest, you need to submit a complete application to OINP. You will have 45 calendar days to submit the application. You have to apply through the OINP e-filing portal. You have to pay $1,500 fees only by credit card. To submit the application, you must have all your supporting documents ready. When applying to the Ontario Immigration Nominee Program, you need to scan and upload copies of all the mandatory documents with your application. If a supporting document is not in French or English, you must provide a copy of the original document and a notarized translation of the documents. For both the streams, these supporting documents are notification of interest from Ontario, identity documents, educational documents, language test result, document to demonstrate that you meet the settlement funds requirements, your resume, and other optional documents if applicable. Additional supporting documents for Canadian experience class are status documents in Canada and document to support your employment in Ontario if applicable and your work history. Supporting documents for dependent family members, passport for all dependent family members, status documents for your spouse or common law partner, if applicable, documents to work experience in Canada and language test result, documents if you or your spouse or common law partner have relatives in Canada, and other optional documents. To get detailed information about all these documents, I will leave the link in the description for this web page so you can explore it later on. Once you have all your documents ready, now you are ready to submit the application. Before you start, make sure you have your credit card ready. Only Visa, Visa Debit, MasterCard and MasterCard Debit are accepted. You have your supporting documents in English or French or translated, scanned, saved and ready to upload. Now you can read the instructions and you can start the online application. To start the online application, go on OINP's website. You can find the link in the description. Choose your stream. Once you choose your stream, scroll down again and click on Submit an Application. Once you click Submit an Application, choose New Applicants. Choose one of Ontario's Express Entry stream. You must pre-register with your name and date of birth. To create your OneKey account, click Sign Up Now. Once you have logged into your OneKey account, you will be sent back to the online OINP e-filing portal. Create a profile in the OINP e-filing portal. Once you have completed your profile, click on Finish and you will be sent to your main page in the e-filing portal. Click on the file number beside your stream name to begin your application. Please note, it takes about 3 hours to complete your application. You do not have to do it all at once. You can save and exit anytime and complete it later. But you must submit your application within 45 calendar days of receiving your notification of interest from Ontario. If you have any question, please feel free to leave me a comment below, DM me on Instagram or email me on canadiancrisma@yahoo.com. I will try my best to answer you as soon as possible. I will be back with more informative videos. Till then, stay positive, stay safe. Thanks for watching this video.